Trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Trubisky will throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The six-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers making their way out. As we look back to last year, I don't know that anybody foresaw how things would play out. Heavy favorites in the NFC North, but the injury to Aaron Rodgers that cost him more than half the season, ultimately too much to overcome.
And when you think about how Green Bay has played over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of sameness to them, and that's been good. Continuity, offense, defense, coaching staff. But a lot of changes in the offseason for Green Bay, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You'll see a severe shakeup there, but the best thing for them, Aaron Rodgers, still in a Green Bay uniform. 16 games from Aaron Rodgers always makes Green Bay a contender for a Super Bowl crown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll run it with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. For the Bears last season, Charles, as they come out here, a 2-game improvement. But when you go from 3-13 to 5-11, not enough to save their coaching staff. So in comes 40-year-old Matt Nagy. He's the new head coach, and he seems to be bringing a new optimism with him.
Yeah, and you hate to put too much on the shoulders of not just a new head coach, but a second-year quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. But this is the city of broad shoulders, and I think that he has them, and he's looking forward to working with this new crew. And similar to teams that really elevated with coaching changes, the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams last year, I think that can happen here in Chicago as well because of the structure they'll put in place for this quarterback. Head coach who knows quarterbacks, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, they will really work with this guy, and I think that this team has a chance to roll.
Ballooning, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Matthews. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taking it about the 36. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold it.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. His throw about the 5. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams taking it in. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go. So you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, where y'all going? We gotta get out of it. Over.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He sets to fire into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Trubisky to throw on second.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Trubisky to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, good agility by Cobb. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
319! 319!
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 2, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 69 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Switch. Back to north.
Now Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
319.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers.
For those of you watching, Madden does not
Here's
like
the
me.
Chicago offense coming back
I feel
out
like
onto the field.
I paid my tithes on Sunday.
Seen much on offense from either side these last
this
few
shouldn't be
drives.
happening to me right now, but it's happening to me right now.
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself,
Oh
right
my
now,
God,
if you're
man,
on
you're
offense
pissing
trying
me
to
off.
get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy.
That's the first down.
Looking for tendency breakers.
That should be a first down. Nope, it's not a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
This is what I'll be talking
It's a
about.
6-yard run.
Come on,
Leaves him with
man.
about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. This is Cohen. And he gets it to the
There we
34.
go, Cohen.
Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there?
All right.
They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it
Clay
to him. That was
Matthews,
way
where are
too
you
easy.
at,
Just
sir?
looked like absolute confusion
There's the
defensively.
white
Not
boy.
sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
I'm about to score right here.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes.
That is the 4th completion for my quarterback.
Really
If that
good
explains
pickup of
anything.
28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What?
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this one
No,
down
like
to the
T.A., where you
36.
going?
Give him a couple on the carry there.
Where are you
2nd
going?
and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime.
Shit, I want something.
Create space for the running game to get operated.
Dang, I got cash. I can give you money. Can I get
That
something?
line has struggled
Huh?
to sustain blocks.
Some
I agree
water.
with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the
I
first
can't get a
level.
juice either.
Make sure that block's secure.
I would love a juice, but dang, you can't just walk out the door. Act like anybody talking to you.
He'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Disrespectful.
Tremont Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky.
Uh-oh.
Buy some time.
Do we got a touchdown?
Gets
Yes,
it to
sir.
Benjamin. It's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears
Oh, they want us to
touchdown.
go.
Travis Benjamin, 34 yards. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. From the shotgun is
Oh my God! Oh, Trubisky, you suck!
They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first
Oh
or second.
my God!
What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Oh.
And a tight game after punting
I
last
missed
time.
the extra one.
Get something going
I just
on
can't
drive.
win, Madden. We don't be here today. Yo, oh
With the
God.
game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for the
Run.
offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect
Hey, now he's gonna run a pass play deep to Hopkins. Why you don't give rookie niggas good players? Oh my God! Watch, it's coming. Hey, everybody! Hopkins is in the slot. He's about to get the. He's about to get a route. Oh, I'm wrong.
And they will stop him after
Here it comes.
pickup. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to
There was Hopkins at. There it comes. Here we go.
The same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now he's out of the play. There's the run. Because it's third down and I talked him out of running his play. Punt the ball. Punt the ball. He's not going to punt the ball. Thank you for punting the ball. Hey, but you know what? He's probably not punting the ball. He's probably about to run a fake right here.
As he'll kick it away for the second time. And all deep in his own territory.
What the act? This is what I get for talking stuff.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget.
This is what I get for talking stuff.
Onto that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play.
That should have been that same fumble.
I'm going to break
But
it.
we're not going to say nothing.
Have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Thank you.
Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10.
5 rushes for 5. What in the actual world?
They try to quick
His defense is not good.
Because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
This is so
they can
frustrating.
Didn't happen on that play.
He run the ball.
Credited to Jake Ryan. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far
on the Packers.
This is 3rd and 7. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
This whole game don't even count. This nigga been playing with DeAndre Hopkins. He ain't supposed to have him.
The Bears on
cheat nigga.
Down. 3 for
cheat
7
nigga.
So far in this game. This is 3rd and
Shame
7.
on you.
play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the
You're going to lose, and you're going to lose your player. I hope you didn't give up too much for him.
45 yards.
Hello. I want a...
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Flush to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Perry in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. That is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. He is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1 score down, here we go.
1 score down, 5 minutes left. What is this man going to do? First down.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no short thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it, and picked up the first down.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He has just been completely
exiled.
Single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and
Money Mitch,
because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They get 17.
What's up, kid?
17, and it's a first down. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a first and 10.
I ain't had no update, bro. Bro, they always take forever with everything.
Flushed out right.
Touchdown.
He is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
I'm always on Madden, man.
Passes now for Mitchell Trubisky.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Don't ask for that, bro. You. Hey, yo. Hey, don't do that, man. Don't do that to me, man.
The kickoff unit is out on the field.
Bruh.
Will send this one away. This one taken just inside.
Bruh. Don't do that to yourself. You my nigga. You my nigga. I don't. No, I treasure our friendship, nigga. Don't. I would do.
Change things offensively to try and settle things
You
down.
just running your mouth at this point.
But for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken.
At this point, you just running your mouth.
Is the backup going to start to warm up?
I said at this point, you just running your mouth.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Rodgers now.
Oh yeah, I'm straight, dog. You know, same old, same old.
It's first and 10.
Same old, same old. You say what?
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Nah, not nobody else.
The left side throw complete to
Just Bo, just cause I can, cause that's my nigga.
down to the 42.
Hey, I had like the slim thought that he'd be waiting outside my crib with the gloves. Like, nigga, you running your mouth, let's go.
That makes things very difficult, but when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as
You say what?
screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Rodgers finding Adams for a pass.
I'm not.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense pace in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Oh, that should have been 6.
Took a shot on first down, but couldn't
I should have picked that off.
Deficit all at once. One big shot.
We hitting up what's the color anytime soon? Of course.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
That nigga, that's how it be, bro.
They'll look to throw. Now he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Yeah, man.
Another big hit
Absolutely
there.
understand.
Good for 18. Two big plays, one after the
Did I tell you it's a new possible?
They're on the march.
Gotta feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel
Heck
good
no.
about what's in front of them.
Nigga jumping all the way to conclusions.
I just know how you be, man. You be out here doing the most.
You trying to make me sound like a hoe or something, bro?
Bro, you just be living that fast life. You're not judging.
And he can't get a throw. He's taken down.
Nah, not me, bro.
In there to drop it as the clock
Not me,
continues
not
to
yet.
roll.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
This nigga said we gotta quit. Nigga, what you mean we gotta quit?
He'll look to throw. He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken
Right on.
the lead late in the
I'll let you know.
Wow.
Yes,
I know
sir.
it's a never say never situation, but to me,
All right,
that
I'll
looks
holler
like
at you,
that's
Doc.
the one that's going to finish them
A
out.
score
Yep.
that puts him in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep. It got his man. Complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A huge play there for Chicago. 76 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard running right through it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened. When they went up 3 scores, I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. Oh, nice move. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They go with Howard again. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I would, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together,
I get to play you twice in the year.
You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Chicago, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Fight you. What is hot? What is hot? At least get food for dinner.